So, hello everyone and welcome back to another video from Explore the Outdoor. Kind of a weekly vlog about the Sycamore gap tree, just to keep you up to date with what's happening. Now, I had a few comments obviously from last time because I maybe worded it a bit differently. I said major update and people were saying that it was to get clicks and things like that and likes and things. And yeah, maybe could have worded it differently. So I changed it, listened to your opinions and views and changed it to a bit more subtle than what it was. So see, I do listen, I do take things on board and yeah, but it was quite nice to see some of your comments about what you thought about the actual tree itself. I'm fully aware there's worse things going on in the world at the minute than talking about a tree that was cut down. You know, the terrible atrocities that's happening in Israel and Ukraine and you know, just everything it just seems to be such an awful place at the minute when really it should be a place where we thank ourselves every day that, you know, we're alive, that we're here, and yet we're seeing all this impact on the news about innocent people being killed and murdered, and it is such a tragedy, and my thoughts and prayers are with everyone involved. And if anybody's watching this and, you know, you've got problems yourself and you think this is quite trivia compared to what's going on in your life, just realize, you know, that there's people out there that you can talk to and you're not alone. And it's just terrible that, you know, to think of the things that are going on out there and how it affects you on a daily basis. So, you know, talking's the best therapy in the world, and you can do that by talking to your friends, your family, the specialist people out there, you know, the Samaritans, anyone who can help get you through the difficult times. We've all been in difficult times. I know myself, I've been in really difficult times, and sometimes you feel as though there's not anybody to turn to, or you're almost afraid, you're embarrassed about telling people your problems. You're worried what they might think, but it doesn't always work like that. You feel a sense of relief when you talk about those problems, and you know, I just wanted to emphasize that because, like I say, talking about a tree is pretty trivial compared to what else is going on in the world. So I thought I would get that point across. So what do we know so far about the gap, the tree? We know that there was 2 people have been arrested and released on bail at the moment. There seems to be a lot of legal stuff around the tree, and it's kind of making me think, and there's a few of you thinking that way as well with the comments. It doesn't seem to be that straightforward to what they're going to do with the tree and putting something up in its place. It's all to do with, let me get it right, we'll go on to this a bit later, about the UNESCO, UNESCO, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. There seems to be a lot of fuss around about that with Hadrian's Wall, and it's like, was this tree in the way of that wall? I don't know, but let's not go there just yet. Let's talk about the facts and what is currently going on in the news at the moment. So currently in the news at the moment this is from the local online paper that's within the region, the northeast of England, Newcastle, the Chronicle. And they recently, a couple of days ago, did a poll of asked the public, what do you think should happen to the area, to the tree, given the fact that there's many people writing in to the National Trust asking what they're going to do about it, even to the local MP. So the top 5 were, and we'll go through them, leave the stump to regrow. So leave the stump as it is, let it regrow. Many have said it should be allowed to naturally grow in its own way and let nature take its course. The other one was to plant a new sycamore tree, which somebody did. We'll get onto that in a bit because the National Trust have removed it. And I think down to the fact of that, the UNESCO, United Nations Scientific, we'll get onto that. Plant a new one. Most common suggestions was to replace the fallen tree with another mature sycamore so the site can regain its iconic appearance once again. The third one was put a sculpture or memorial in its place. So get someone who with chainsaw skills to take a sculpture from the old tree and put it in place. But again, that's been blocked because of that process of the protected land, which again, it makes me think what's going on. Plant a whole group of new trees. So that was like a forest around it, which I can't see that being allowed, but that was one of the more popular quotes. And the final one was to replant. There's a guy called Kieran Chapman who apparently went out and bought a sapling and planted it. Replanted it just in front of the original tree, and the National Trust has now removed it in a statement. Let me just find the statement. Moved by... So National Trust spokesperson told the Chronicle, "We understand the strength of the feeling following the events at the Sycamore Gap and are really grateful for many offers of support and good wishes we've received from near and far. It's important for everyone to remember that the site is a scheduled ancient monument and globally important archaeological setting with UNESCO, UNESCO, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, World Heritage designation, and that altering or adding it can damage the archaeological and is unlawful without prior consent from the government." So basically, we urge anyone wanting to pay tribute to the Sycamore Gap tree to speak to the National Trust. The public can leave pictures, poems, and memories of the sill, near the sill, but must not alter the land around it. So there you go. Basically, there's some sort of order in place to stop that from happening. And this Kieran Chapman, who planted it, I think he's from Westerhope, described the removal of his tree as devastating. The National Trust confirmed that they will find a new location and are currently working with him to find a brand new location for the tree that he planted. And it goes on to say from the guy that he was a bit miffed about it because he can't understand that what damage he was doing to the land. In fact, it was sort of making it better, but there's all sorts of laws and processes in place way above my head from what I understand. So a little bit more from UNESCO or UNESCO or whatever how it's pronounced, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. This is a World Heritage organisation and sites and cultural and natural sites considered to be of outstanding universal value, which have been inscribed on the World Heritage List by the World Heritage Committee. These places, buildings are thought to have special importance for everyone and must not be altered in any shape or form without legal consent or special approval that may have a significant impact on the surroundings. So basically, I've got a funny feeling this isn't going to go anywhere, and I'll be very surprised if anything else is put there in its place. It'd be interesting to hear from you guys on your thoughts about this, what you think the agenda is behind it, whether you've got a conspiracy theory or whether we just move on from it, whether we just accept that it's happened and we forget about it now, and hopefully it'll grow back from the original base, that it's original sapling that was in place. So yeah, so let me know your thoughts on what you think about it all, and if you've got any more updates, anything that I've missed, anything that I've mentioned that you think I've missed or misquoted, then yeah, that would be great to know. Really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There's lots more videos on the channel that you might like. Explore the outdoor. Be sure to subscribe because the Halloween special is coming up, where I'm going to a secret location to talk about some of the history, spooky history from Explore the Outdoor. So yeah, thanks for watching, and remember, stay safe. So just as I was about to edit the video, I got a notification through about an update. Actually, it was published about 2 hours ago from The Guardian, and it said the Sycamore gap tree is to be removed from its spot in Hadrian's Wall tomorrow on Thursday. Apparently a crane will lift the 50-foot sycamore off the wall, and it will be stored at a National Trust property, the location of which is not being disclosed for security reasons. It goes on to say, which, because of its location, had not been one of the most photographed trees in the UK, must be removed to protect the 1,900-year-old Roman wall to make sure the site is safe. Again, did this tree pose a problem to the wall originally? Was it growing? Was the roots damaging the wall? I'd love to know your thoughts on it. I really would. So tomorrow they're going to remove the tree and take it to a secret location. It goes on to say it is not being possible to lift the trunk in one piece, so it will be sawn up, although conservationists want to keep the section as large as possible. The tree stump is being left and protected by a temporary fence, with the conservationists hoping that it will sprout again, which we know. According to a preliminary inspection by Historical England, there was some damage to the wall when the tree fell. The public is being asked to stay away from the site when the tree is removed, which is tomorrow. And then it goes on more to say that the question of what to do with the site is uncertain. Ideas have been put forward, including making a memorial bench out of the timber, I didn't know about that, or displaying a cross-section of the trunk that would allow people to see inside the original tree. So I'm pleased I looked at that before I edited the flash up from The Guardian. So there we go, a little bit more of an update. You know, the tree is to be removed as of tomorrow by a crane. Some of you might know, some of you might have didn't know, but there you go. So I'll get back to editing the video.